Hey everybody, you got the Hobby Drifter here again. It is Monday, May 2nd, 2021 here in beautiful Tokyo, Japan. And I'm going to throw out another collecting story for you. So here's a boxed Super Famicom. I bought this just for the box. I'd had a Super Famicom for quite some time. Didn't have a box. This is not a particularly nice box, but I was in a secondhand bookstore in Yokohama, Japan, and they had this. It was not sealed, but like wrapped in tape. But it was like $8. It was like 800 yen. So I was like, okay, for that, I'll just get the box, even if the inside is junk. I can find someone who wants a Super Famicom just to play. I bought it, took it home, and I love the minimalist, like the minimalism on the box. Just this very like retro, like line drawing. Not even like 90s retro. This is like 70s, 80s retro. The box is in pretty rough shape. It's got the original sticker on it, which is 21,800 yen. You can see the sticker is on the box because, again, it wasn't shrink wrapped or anything. Just sitting there on the box, kind of sun faded on the sides here. Mentions that it does not include the plug or the AV or RF switch, which, gee, those are separate things. The AC adapter is HVC 002 and the RF switch is HVC 003, which is just you can buy this thing and not play it. So yeah, very, very retro. Like I said, eight bucks, got it. Fairly chewed up. The styrofoam is in rough shape. I mean, it's humid around here, and this it's probably been sitting in someone's attic for quite some time. But I was excited when I opened up. The controllers are in fairly nice shape, and it has the original instruction book, which I didn't have the instruction booklet, and I didn't have the box. So cool Super Famicom instruction booklet. So, yeah, I mean, this is interesting. It wasn't, it's got the serial number, but it wasn't actually registered. Usually on these things, like when you get them, you get the things are filled out, by, like whoever bought them or whoever sold them. For example, here's the regular Famicom HVC 001, and it's got the name of the place that sold it and the date and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool that this one doesn't have that. Don't see that very often. So like I say, for $8, I was pretty happy. I got the instruction manual. I got the box. Just for the hell of it, I took out the thing to kind of inspect what was in there. It's in okay shape. It's not bad. But then I saw, this, and this just absolutely made my day. So, I've mentioned before in some of these earlier videos, some of the promotional material that gets released for movies and games like that. Some people call them mini posters. They're really called chirashi. And there were a couple of them in here, and I'm going to go through them like in the order that I saw them. First was for they're all disc system, by the way. Volleyball, so volleyball on the disc system. Yume Ippai disc, so disc full of dreams. So I mean that was cool. So this would have been someone who owned a disc system, and just had these. And then there is a advertisement for the cleaning kit, which this is the only one of these I've ever seen. But also inside the box, and I can't believe these are in here. There's a double-sided one, One of the most common games on the disk system. If you ever see a place with disk system games in stock, this is probably one of them you're going to see. But again, this is also double-sided, and on the back of this is sheet 4 Super Mario Brothers 2. Now, of course, I'm a huge Mario fan, so having this in my collection was very cool. I mean, this right here, I would have paid the $8 just to have this. But there were a couple of other ones in this box. Another double-sided one. You got advertising, you know, Legend of Zelda, Mario 2, Metroid. It's one of kanji I'm having trouble with right now. And volleyball. It's the Metroid Flyer. Isn't that cool? It's the original Metroid Flyer. Some of the early promotional work for one of the classic games from Nintendo. Again, so you know, I got Mario 2 now, I got Metroid. Just thrilled. I could not possibly be happier with that. There's one last one. And again, we've got explaining how the discs work, the price, some of the games that are available, and yeah, it's the original Legend of Zelda Chirashi, which I was just like beyond happy to find this. Would have been nicer if they weren't, you know, all folded in half, but you know, hey, what are you gonna do? So that's something, and I don't know if it still happens now. I mean, the collecting hobby has, of course, gotten a lot more mainstream, so people do kind of check for these things now. But for $8 in an independent secondhand book, game, and media place to get, you know, box Super Famicom, the Chirashi for classic games, very, very exciting. I don't know if that happens very much anymore, but it does happen. So if you're in, you know, one of these smaller places, maybe outside of Tokyo, where maybe collectors aren't the focus of the store, you know, check that stuff out. And you know, I'm making it sound like, you know, I absolutely lucked into this and there was nothing else I could do. But I mean, I could have asked the guy if I could inspect the contents of the box, and he would have said yes. Almost all of these places do that. If you ask him if, you know, hey, can I see in the box before I buy it? I'd be very worried if they said no. But yeah, that was just one of my good collecting scores for the last couple of years. I want to say this would have been probably 2017. So I mean, the collecting scene has changed quite a bit since then. You probably won't find Super Famicom for 800 yen now, though I do still see them for 3,000 in the box. So I mean, it does happen. What are your, you know, lucky finds that you've come across? Let me know down in the comments. It's going to be all for this one, just, you know, short one today. Thank you very much for joining me, and happy hobbying.